All right, guys, this is a quick review on how to calculate the line length of a rafter using the Pythagorean theorem. So we've got this little drawing of half a building here. The run of the building, or the run of the roof, remember, is half the width of the building. So the width of our building is 20 inches. So half of that is 10 inches. So right here we've got a 10-inch run from the center of our building to the outside of our framing, right here, 10 inches. And we know the pitch of our roof is 9 on 12. The total run of the whole entire rafter is half the width of your building, so 10 inches, minus half the thickness of your ridge beam. So our ridge beam is quarter heavy, so I'll call it a quarter of an inch. So half of that is an eighth, minus 1/8 of an inch, plus our overhang. And our overhang right here is 1 inch, so plus 1 inch. So the total run of our rafter is 10 7/8 inches. So now we have to find the rise. So that's our run, which is from here to here. So now our rise. So we know the slope of our roof is 9 on 12. So we can set up a ratio. So 9 over 12, which is the rise over the run, equals the rise of our roof over the run of our roof, which is 10 7/8 inches. So now we got to solve for the rise. So we just cross multiply. And we get 9 times 10.875, which is 10 7/8. That equals, and then we divide by 12. So we got 97.875 equals 12 times R. So now we divide by 12 on both sides. And by 12 is 8.156. So our rise is 8.156. So that's our rise, 8.156. So now we use the Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So a squared is our run. So that would be run squared, plus b squared is our rise squared equals c squared, which is here. From here to here. That's our rafter line length right there. So RLL squared. So run is 10 7/8. So 10.875 squared plus 8.156 squared equals RLL squared. So we get 10.875 squared is 118.26 plus 8.156 squared, rise squared, 66.5 equals rafter line length squared. So that is 118.26 plus 66.5 equals 184.76 equals rafter line length squared. So we take the square root of that, and that gives us 13.59 is our rafter line length. Rafter line length equals 13.59 inches. So 13.59 inches, we got to convert that into inches and sixteenths. So rafter line length equals 13 inches, and 0.59 times 16 gives us how many sixteenths? 9 sixteenths. 13 and 9 sixteenths inches. So let's use our tape and see how we did here. From there to there is, yep, 13, and it's between 9/16 and 5/8. So this rafter is correct. That's our third method of calculating rafter line length. Any questions on that? Just give me a holler. The only difference is if we were doing it on a full-scale building, you'd be working in feet and inches, so you'd have to be careful not to mix that up, because you do have to convert from feet and inches into feet and the decimal. But the process is all the same.